I'm in the middle of making some lunch right now, but I'm still reading Never Keep. I'm in the middle of chapter 26. So I just finished Never Keep. Oh my god. You know, I don't want to spoil anything, but I have so many questions. My heart is broken. First of all, I really liked Cade. I loved Cade and Vesper, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, but that changes. I'm just so mad about that. First of all, hands down, Kai is my favorite character. I need his POV. Like, Susanne and Caroline, please let us have his point of view in book 2. I already downloaded book 2 off of Kindle Unlimited and I can't wait. I am so excited. I have so much I need to read. This book was a masterpiece. Now, this was my first ever book from Caroline Peckham and Susanne Valenti, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing their names wrong. Like, this is my first book by these two authors. This is my first introduction into the world of Solaria. I haven't read any of the Zodiac Academy books, and it's funny because I thought I bought the first one, but it's actually not the first one because it's told from the boys' perspective. I definitely want to check out Zodiac Academy soon. The library has them all in stock, so I think I'm gonna binge Zodiac Academy now after I finish book 2. I will say, that being said, I did have a difficult time trying to understand the magic and the world building. Now, I heard that you can read this as a standalone, so maybe it's just me, but I don't know if it would have helped me had I read Zodiac Academy before this. That's my only complaint, is that I did have a little struggle trying to understand the world and the magic, because there is so much magic in this. This is such a dense book. There's so many different types of powers. It took me a second to get into it, you know? I will say, it starts out with battle scene after battle scene. So the first 140 pages of this book is all battle scenes. So it started off just such action-packed. I felt like I was thrown into this world, literally. So it did take me some time to get into it and to fully grasp and understand what was going on with all the characters in the world and the magic. I loved this book so much. I really enjoyed, like, every character. My favorite character is Kai. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I need more of him. Like, why wasn't he in this book more? Why? I really like Vesper and Everest. This was different for me because I was expecting, when I found it at the library, I was expecting the FMC and MMC POV. I was not expecting to get two girls POV, but I actually really ended up liking that. And then we get one other person's POV at the very end. That surprised me too, so I loved this book so much. I really did. I loved Cade until I didn't. I'm not gonna spoil that. We're not gonna talk about that. Vesper and Everest, I love them both. They're such badass. I think I enjoyed Everest's point of view a little more than Vesper's, and then we find out how powerful she is. Oh my god, like even that took me by surprise, but I'm not surprised. I totally knew where Harlan was gonna be. I mean, I didn't know where he was gonna be, but I had an idea that what happened to him, I suspected. I kind of guessed that. I saw that coming. The fact that he was gone like the entire book. So I saw that coming, and I kind of had hoped he was actually Blue in disguise, the little lizard. I was just secretly hoping that he was Blue in disguise, okay? Anyways, that broke my heart too, because I love little Blue. He's like a little Pascal from Tangled. He's so cute. That broke my heart too. I'm not gonna spoil anything. And then Glop, I think. I keep wanting to say Gwarp because he reminds me of Gwarp from Harry Potter. I actually enjoyed his character. I thought he brought some lightness to the book, and I liked that he was funny and kind of not too serious, but also underneath all that he was a badass and he's really strong. What I liked about his character is, for me, and this is my opinion, but I was kind of questioning whether or not maybe he had a disability, because I have kids with disabilities, so I'm saying this as a good thing, because in this case I feel like it just kind of shines some light on those kids and it's giving some representation. So, but that's just my take on it. Like, that may not be the case. That's just my opinion. That's just the vibe I got from his character. He reminded me a lot of my children. Yeah, I loved everything about this book. I have so many questions. I finished this within 4 days. I wanted to finish it sooner, but you know, life gets in the way. Spice level, I'm gonna say it's light spice. I kept track of all the spice scenes, and there were 6 spice scenes, but keep in mind this book is 700 pages, so it's not really a whole lot, but it's good and it's at the right time, and I loved everything about it. So I was gonna give this book 4 stars just because for me, I was having a hard time understanding the entire world and grasping some things, but then I decided, no, this is totally 5 stars. This is a 5-star read. I may not have grasped everything, but that's okay, because eventually I will reread this, because I know the 3rd book is fixing to come out, so I might just binge the trilogy. It reminded me a lot of the first time reading Crescent City. If you know, you know. Even with Crescent City, I had to read it a couple of times to fully understand everything. I'm definitely gonna pick this up again.